Still that hope that lies within is reassured as I keep my eyes.
All right, I don't have a lot of time to actually deal with this issue. And truly I hope that I'm not taken or looked upon in a wrong way for what I have to say, but you know, I have to address a whole bunch of stuff right now because something just came across my ears and I feel like it needs to be addressed. Now, like I tell people all the time, I'm black. I live my life around black people. I only know how black people act. I'm not going to turn no color before the Lord come. I'm not going to turn another race. So I know how our people act, and I'm going to try not to be ghetto because I'm not a ghetto female. I used to be, but I'm not a ghetto female. Now, from what I just received, there's a whole bunch of people, and I wouldn't necessarily say a whole bunch of people, but there are some. And I'm pretty sure when I say some, you know, it's not many that are actually saying. But there are some people that says that I get on Facebook rambling about the Lord, I be attacking the churches. No, I don't attack the church. My thing of it is all of this dumb mess that's going on in the house of God now, this 21st century stuff that's going on, we're out of line. I mean, whether you want to believe it or not, the problem is when people start preaching against or talking, because I'm not a preacher, talking against what somebody else is doing or whatever they're doing is wrong. Even though I don't know your life story, people always make my comments personal. Now, like I said, I'm not up here fussing, I'm not up here arguing, and can really care less what you or somebody else has to say about what I do and what I post on my Facebook page, because I'm confident in who I am and I know where I'm going when I close my eyes. Now, I refuse to allow people to make me step out of character, to miss what God had for me. But one thing I don't understand about black folks, the ones that I've been around all my life, you have people on this earth that's constantly praying for you. They can be on the other side of the world and God could bring your face to them. They might not never know your name, and instantly, because the prayers that they're praying, God can block an attack from the enemy. And people don't really realize how dangerous intercession is. Now, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown because you know I got to go. I'm not wasting my time on no dumbness. I got to go. You know, while I'm sitting here talking to y'all, I could be getting somewhere further in the Lord. Now, but the intercession, when people begin to intercede, the attack that initially was launched for the person, that person comes in between that attack. Now, people don't realize this, but the initial attack that was launched before, if I step in the middle of you and the attack, and I'm praying spiritually for you because the enemy God has revealed that the enemy has actually launched an attack, and because we're not in that position where we can actually talk to God for ourselves, God bring you before other people. But if I step in that intercession, that move with you, that means not only do I feel the attack that was meant for you, but my family suffer it too. Now, I don't know about anybody else, and like I said, I'm not a prophet. I'm just gonna put it out there. When all of this mess was taking place in our city not too long ago about the shootings and stuff, you know, I asked God, I said, why isn't the church doing anything? And when God told me that the church was powerless, he also told me, he said, I looked for an intercessor and there was one not to be found, meaning won't nobody praying for the young people. That's why they was dropping like fireflies. If you want to say it like that, they were dying like fireflies. So, you know, being that I'm a nice person, not always being nice, but hey, I'm working on it. I'm a Christian. I'm arriving to perfection. I don't cut no corners about sin with nobody. It don't matter what you say, what you think. I mean, if people would get the background of where I come from, they will actually understand why I think the way I think. But that is for another session. What I did was I went to God concerning the young people in our city. And like I said, I'm not no prophet. I'm not no preacher. But if you're abiding in the word of truth, the word of God, and you're constantly communicating with him, I feel like before the enemy attack anybody that you care about, God is going to reveal that attack to that person that's actually praying. And that's exactly what God did. So being that I humble myself, now I'm going to be honest with you. I could be one of those people that don't care nothing about these people that I grew up with in this city. But you know what? When you're a Christian, everything that takes place that has nothing to do with God, it bothers you because it's not correct. It's not correct, and you hate to see the enemy take people from you. Now, the reason why I consulted the Lord on this issue from the beginning is because to me it's too many people leaving this world, especially the young generation. And being that I understand how the young generation is, how important they are to God, you know, if the devil kill off our generation, who gonna lead us into the next move of God? So being that I'm young, I'm only 25 years old, a young mother, and I do believe that there's so much potential here in our city. I looked at the guys on YouTube, the ones that rap, they have a whole bunch of talent. I mean, they got leadership skills and leadership abilities, which I'm constantly in prayer for these people because they can be great in God. But getting back to why I'm making this video, I guess folks want to go around the city saying that they don't understand what I be talking about on. Okay, listen to me. What I put on my Facebook page, first and foremost, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, and I tell people that I don't mind nobody getting on my status, you know, comment, because if I put it out there 9 times out of 10, it's to be discussed. But now how I say it and how you see it in your mind or viewer or how you take it, that has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. So I requested one time. I said, look, you know, I got some people. I wouldn't even necessarily call them friends because I ain't got no friends. The Bible say don't trust nobody. You know, and when he said that, I understand what he was talking about. But I put on my status one time. I said, look, you know, for the ones that smoke marijuana, do drugs or whatever, you know, if you're high, do not comment on my post. Wait until the high go down. And then come back, because what I'm writing and what you're saying while you're high is not what I'm writing. Now, I don't have a problem with black people. I have a problem with the choices that they make. I mean, because it's just, it's some things that we do, and I do dumb stuff too. But I feel like there's supposed to be a time when we're supposed to lay aside our childish ways. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because from my understanding, there's a whole bunch of people, or just a little bit, that says that, oh, okay, well, you know, she posts this, she posts that, you know, I don't understand what she talk about, and most of the time she don't get no response. Listen to me. You might not see the response. You might not see the response, and to you, it might not be, you might not see it, because I've heard a whole bunch of people say that, yeah, when I throw a topic out there, it is controversial. If people have a problem with what I'm saying and they don't want to start no argument because they can't understand what I'm saying or comprehend, 9 times out of 10 people will hit my inbox. I've had so many right here lately to actually hit my inbox and ask me questions about the Lord and why do I say the things that I say. I've made myself available to people right here in the city because I feel like if you want to do right, I'm going to support that. I'm going to support that because the vision that God has given, not only me, for the next generation, I want you to see the vision too. So I have made myself available. Oftentimes I give up my cell phone number. Look, if you need to talk to me, call me. I ain't got no problem talking with you or whatever, but if it ain't about God, don't call me. So I've had not even millions, maybe more than about 60 or 70 calls within the last 4 months from people that's been on Facebook. They want to know about the Lord. I've gotten reports in my inbox about people actually being blessed by the things that I put on my page. And the other day, not even 2 days ago, what really amazes me is I've never said nothing to this female. I went to school with her. Never said nothing to her, never hung around her, but she decided to text me one morning and she told me that she gave her life to the Lord. And she said, Cierra, she said, can you keep me in prayer? Because, you know, and I responded and I told her, I said, look, everything is not going to be perfect because you chose to make that decision, meaning you chose to turn your back on worldly things. You are in a position now where you're going to lose friends because it is within a man's nature to do wrong. So if you lose friends, they really weren't meant for you because a real friend is supposed to care about your well-being. And if we claim that God is love, then you supposed to care. You'll be happy for your friend if they give their life to the Lord. But see, black folks is just stuck on this dumb mess that I don't get. We want to say that Tupac ain't never died, but then some say that he died, he went to heaven, he up in heaven, ghetto heaven, smoking weed with the Lord. See, all of this dumb mess, when folks need to quit just playing, because God ain't nothing to play with. Every time somebody die, we always want to get in the church and lie on the pulpit when we know they live their life as a living hell. But you know what? I'm like this. If you know that I live that type of lifestyle when I'm dead and gone, look, don't stand up in the church and lie about what type of, oh, she was a good. If I'm not a good person, don't lie. Matter of fact, don't even bury me in the church, because there won't no funerals in the church. I don't know where folks is getting this mess from. Lazarus won't buried in the church, and the reason why Lazarus won't buried in the church is because when everybody in Lazarus' family, whole family, the ones that the Bible did, pretty sure they won't save. So any two times you come in the house of God and you're not saved, sin is present, and wherever sin is present, the Spirit of God departs. But getting back to all of that, for the ones that do believe, that's just my belief. That's the way that, you know, I keep it 100 with the Lord, the same way y'all claim y'all keeping it 100. But see, I'm sitting here doing right, you know, trying to help folks. And black people always got some negative mess to say. I mean, I don't understand it. If somebody is praying for you, if somebody chooses to keep you in prayer as a whole, you need to be thankful. I don't know what it is. I don't know what y'all mindsets is. Let me tell you something, honey. And it's just point blank, period. You are not going to heaven to smoke a blunt with the Lord, with God. You and your ghetto friends and talking about a ghetto. You're not going to heaven to do all of that. Now, like I said, I don't know where these people are going when they leave this world, because I'm not there. I don't know what type of what type of talk they having with the Lord. All I know is there's too many people in our city that's hurting because these loved ones is getting shot up. The ones that y'all claim, we went to school with most of these people. I hate it every time we got to bury somebody in the city that I grew up with. Now, I'm a parent myself, and I've been following these killings for the past 3 or 4 months. And what really hurts me is that these children, somebody's baby is being taken away from them. I don't know about nobody else, but to be honest with you, I feel where the parents is coming from, but because I've never been in that predicament, I don't know how they really feel. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, when we lost the little 3-year-old, I was sitting on, my daughter was probably, I think she was probably about 4 or 5 months, but I never met this little girl a day in my life. Heard the gunshots, heard everything. Never met her a day in my life. But tears began to flow from my eyes because I'm a parent. I know how her mother was feeling. And to be honest with you, I don't even think I can even begin to comprehend losing my child or losing my mother. Now, people want to sit here and organize these walks in the park. Walking, Martin Luther King walked for years, and we still mentally bound to slavery. So that lets you know all of this walking stuff is not working. Somebody need to pray, because walking is not gonna cut it. It don't matter how many community centers we build up to save our young people. What's gonna save our young people is prayer, because prayer is the only thing that changes people. But when folks begin to rise up against what I'm doing, when I don't bother nobody, yes, I get mad. Yes, I get mad, because if people in this city, if folks will stop praying for the young people in this city, y'all will not be here now. And people don't realize that. You wouldn't be here. Prayer is very vital. Prayer is what kept you here. To be in a state now where you want to act foolish, teaching your little young girls 3 and 4 years old how to dance, but can't nobody say their ABC. All of this dumb stuff need to stop. Now, my daughter is not perfect. And the only reason why I chose to raise my daughter the way that I'm raising her is because the lifestyle was lived in front of me. People often say, I've heard preachers say, well, you know, parents live one lifestyle in the church, and when they get home, it's a different story. Their children tell it on them. They really do. But I've never seen my mother do anything majorly bad. All my life, she have always been saved. So, I mean, I want that for my daughter, because if it worked for her, and I'm here at 25, only got one child, when society said that I won't gonna never amount to nothing, never be nothing, won't even gonna, you know, won't gonna be nothing. If it worked for my mama and it's working for me, then it's gonna work for Kayla too. Now that's the thing. My daughter don't know how to dance. She probably, if she heard a dancing song, she won't with Cierra. I tell you that. Now, and I'm not with the strict holiness, but it's just a lifestyle. The Bible say, raise up a child in the way that he should go, and when he's older, he won't depart from it. But see, y'all got all of this mess to say. Got your sons throwing up gang signs and calling them little niggas and cussing your babies out, calling your babies bad, when you are speaking death and life at your tongue. But when you come up against church folks, the ones that's really actually living something, you say, oh, well, I don't know what she talking about. I don't know. You know, you offend me. And not only do you offend me, the Bible said the very least one that you offend, you have offended Christ. And I often tell people all the time, if you want to see Jesus or not in Jesus, if you want to see the devil real soon, come up against a child of God. That's all you got to do. I'm 25 years old, and I can actually say I've seen 6 people. Now, I don't know what type of people say I was called to actually do work. To a certain extent, I believe that, but I ain't answering the call. I didn't answer the call. You know, I kind of run from them. I'm not even going to say, because the call that has been placed upon my, I'll leave that for the other one. I like working up under the pulpit, meaning I could, you know, expose from up under the pulpit. But as far as leading, I don't want nobody blood to be, hands to be required on my, blood to be required on my hands. So I do this because y'all got a lot of potential, very much, but it's the friends that you hang around. Now, getting back to this story, because I got to go. It's hot in here. I don't even supposed to be in this room, but I'm in here. But the night that Jesus Christ put it on my heart to actually intercede for our city, I was standing in the door around 7 o'clock that night. And I don't say this to brag or boast, but see, a lot of things is not being said and is going unsaid, but I need somebody to wake up to say the goodness of the Lord. Now, for the ones that claim they don't understand what I'm talking about, now check this out. Standing in my door, minding my own business, won't even bothering the Lord. The Lord come talking to me. He said, put it on Facebook that the enemy had launched an attack to get all of our young people in one building to kill them all at once. I posted it at 7:32. Exactly 5 hours after I said that, I told the young people, look, if y'all going out, look, cancel your plans, because the enemy has actually launched an attack. Now, I didn't take what God said lightly. But once I put it out there, he told me to send out more requests so people could see the warning. Exactly 5 hours after that, somebody called my cell phone, and it was like, you know, the club had got shot up in the barbershop. Had got shot up. Now, got a couple of emails after that for the ones that actually did. There was this one girl. She hit my inbox. Well, nope, she posted it on Facebook, and I don't know if y'all seen it, but she said she had made plans to go out that night. Now, this girl don't even get on Facebook. I mean, if she get up there, the light don't never be green. But she said when she seen that night, she said for some strange reason the urge left her. She said, now, you must truly be sent from God. She said, because you don't realize that what you said saved my life. I didn't save your life. All I did was did what God told me to do, because see, he loves everybody. He does not accept us in sin. And it don't matter how folks put it out there. God love you. It don't matter what kind of sin you in. You could be the biggest hoe in Goldsboro. You could be the best gay stripper. You could be the biggest crackhead. It don't matter. He loved you, but he refuses to look upon sin. And I'm going to tell you how much he loved you. He loved you enough to the point where he'll put it on somebody's heart to actually intercede for people. I got to go, because I got to come back and record what I normally have to record. But right now my spirit is a tad bit upset. The Bible say be angry but sin not. I didn't cuss, didn't call nobody out their name. All I'm telling you is I don't care if you don't know the person, because people, the way they come at me on Facebook, you would actually think that, you know, I hang out with everybody that get on my page and say, well, you not living the life. I don't hang out with any of y'all. I choose to stay by myself. I make myself available if you want to talk. But all of this dumb mess that's going on, I stay to myself, because y'all don't realize this. While y'all sitting here smoking weed and partying and crip walking and following the president, coming out the closet with the president because he said that he believed in gay rights. God never said that. God never said that. So the question is, who are you following? But that's another lesson. But what I'm saying is, if I choose not to spend my time foolishly, but I stay behind the scenes praying, Lord, look, Lord, don't take these young people until they know you. Until they know you. And that's the one reason why I actually set up my actual YouTube account, because I'm trying to rush the coming of Christ. I don't know about nobody else, and I hope you can understand when I say this. Look, the Bible says that he's not going to come back until everybody have heard about the goodness of the Lord, about the Lord. Well, the worldwide internet, it's going to reach places I'll never be able to reach. I don't know about nobody else, but I'm tired of living in this dumb mess down here. This world has been taken over by Satan himself. All I'm trying to do is to warn the people before Satan destroy them. That's all. I don't mean no harm. Now, whatever perception you have taken, and I'm going to be honest with you, half of y'all really don't even know me, ain't never said nothing to me on Facebook, but you come off on my statuses with saying stuff because you've seen the arguments on Facebook, which I just choose not to keep arguing with people. You've seen the arguments on Facebook. So what it is you feel like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to put my 2 cents in now because I know Cierra's going to. But listen to me, Cierra is done with fussing. Now, if you decide to accept the truth and move on with your life, then I can help you. But if you choose to go to hell, I don't even want to be your friend, because when God call my name, call your name, we come to the crossroads. You go left and I go right because you chose not to make that decision to live for the Lord. When they do that, I'm going to heaven. I don't know about nobody else. I'm just trying to help folks get there. But the way we going, really, the stuff that people say is just so amazing. But y'all thinking y'all gonna go up there and meet up with these Tupac Shakurs and this Big and Smalls, and there ain't no ghetto heaven. If your friend have died and you know that they died in their sins, I'm not even gonna tell you where they went. I'm gonna let you figure that out. Because if I've lost a friend, which I have lost some, and I know that they won't save when they left this world, I know where they went. Now I got to go, because my niece and my nephew is in the house, and I want to spend time with them along with my daughter. But y'all just stay tuned. And once again, I do apologize. It's not everybody, but hey, I mean, I'm just trying to help save y'all lives. I will take my mouth off of the ones that's claiming, even if we feel like they ain't saved, I will take my mouth off of them. Now, I don't necessarily come up against somebody. All I'm saying is certain things that people do. When I call people poor, pulpit pimps and stuff like that, I don't necessarily be judging one particular person because I don't know the ones that I'm just speaking in general on it as a whole. But I know better than to put my mouth on God's people. That's one thing y'all need to learn. Because I have seen God take 6 people out of here behind the way that they treated me and others. So there must be something special the Lord got me here for, because you know people are dropping dead. And I don't pray against nobody, and even if I prayed against somebody, God don't honor no prayer when you praying against somebody. But when my mama tell me, look, Cierra, stop crying, leave it alone, God gonna work it out. When God take vengeance in his hands, honey, he take you up out of this world. Now, all I'm saying is, I would advise you to take your mouth off of God's people. I got to go. Have a blessed day.